Dari Utsman ibn Affan berkata, aku mendengar Nabi SAW bersabda, sesiapa yang membaca Bismillahilladzi la yadurru ma'asmihi syai'un fil ardi wa la fis sama' wa huwa as-sami'ul alim, yang bermaksud dengan nama Allah yang dengan namanya tidak ada sesuatu pun yang dapat memberikan kemudaratan di bumi maupun di langit. Dialah yang maha mendengar lagi maha mengetahui. Sebanyak 3 kali, maka dia tidak akan ditimpa bala yang datang secara tiba-tiba sehingga subuh. Dan barang siapa yang membacanya ketika subuh sebanyak 3 kali, maka dia tidak akan ditimpa bala secara tiba-tiba sehingga petang, iaitu malam. Hadis rawahu Abu Dawud menurut Syekh Syu'ib Al-Arnud. Hadis ini adalah hasan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Good evening everyone. How are you? I hope you are fine. Today we are going to learn about idioms, proverbs and figurative language. Let's start. Tuisyen Online, Perlis Mengaji. Idioms, proverbs, figurative language. They are usually used in creative writing to add color to the writing to make it attractive. Remember, use them sparingly. They are like seasonings. A pinch enhances taste. Too much spoils the dish. Too often endangers health. Idioms, a group of words established by usage as having meaning not deducible from those of the individual words. For example, beating a dead horse, which means to waste effort on something when there is no chance of succeeding. A blessing in disguise, a good thing that initially seemed bad. Proverbs. A proverb is a simple, concrete, traditional saying that expresses a perceived truth based on common sense or experience. Proverbs are often metaphorical and use formulaic expressions. Okay. An idle brain is the devil's workshop. If you have nothing to do, you likely think of mischief, and that is why we have Tuisyen Online Perlis Mengaji, so that you have something to do. An ounce of protection is worth a pound of cure. A little precaution before a crisis hits is better than lots of firefighting afterwards, and that is why we have MCO. Alright, figurative language. We have 1. Simile, 2. Metaphor, 3. Personification, 4. Alliteration, 5. Onomatopoeia, and 6. Hyperbole. Right? Okay, let's see what are they. Okay. Figurative language, simile. Comparison of two things using the words like or as. That's simile. He was as fierce as a lion. Metaphor, comparison of two things saying that one thing is or was another thing. He was a lion. Personification is giving human characteristics to an object or animal. The wind whispered among the leaves. Alliteration, the repetition of the same beginning sound of words. 7 snakes slithered slyly. Onomatopoeia is the use of a word to make a sound. This is when you write pop, whoosh, fizz. And The last one is hyperbole and exaggeration. This is where you say, I am so hungry, I could eat a horse, which is surely an exaggeration. Similes. Okay, so here are some examples. As busy as a bee, sparkle like diamonds, hungry as a bear, flat as a pancake, hard as a rock. That's similes. They are a little bit different from metaphors in the sense that the sun was a gleaming pearl. My baby brother is a cute little teddy bear. My sister's memory is a camera that remembers everything we see. The car seat is a fluffy cloud. Custard is happiness in a bowl. Okay, that's the difference. Okay. Now, let's look at some interesting color idioms. Black sheep, usually we say black sheep of the family, which means that an odd or disreputable member of a group, especially within a family. So the rest of the family members are people who contribute towards the nation. Then this one person who became a drug trafficker. So we call him the black sheep of the family. Remember when you were young, you sang Baba Black Sheep? That's it. That's the black sheep. Okay. A white elephant is a possession that is useless or troublesome, especially one that is expensive to maintain or difficult to dispose of. Alright. We seldom see a white elephant and like a black sheep, which is also not very often. Okay. Catch someone red-handed, meaning that to catch someone when they are doing something wrong. Okay. Green with envy. This is to be very jealous, envious of someone. Okay. Paint the town red. That is to go out into a city and have a good time. Usually we say that the students paint the town red after their SPM exam. Okay, that would be next year. Tickle pink, very much pleased or entertained. Okay. Once in a blue moon, this one I think you know, something which is very rarely. Okay, maybe once a year something happened, you went out somewhere, okay? Okay, once in a blue moon. Okay. Grey area, something that is unclear, undefined. Okay. Green thumb or green finger, this is to be skilled at gardening. Out of the blue, to appear out of nowhere without any warning, or to happen quite suddenly or randomly by surprise. Okay? Sail under false colors. This is to deliberately deceive people. See someone's true colors, to understand someone's actual character, often for the first time. Show one's true colors is to reveal one's true nature. Red in the face is that when you become embarrassed. Okay? Yellow streak is a cowardly or weak trait. Idioms on character and personality. Can you see that? Can you guess that? Yes, that is pain in the neck. An irritating, annoying person. Sam is such a pain in the neck these days. There's a clock there. What do you think this is? So this is when you say a clock watcher. Someone who has no interest on the current activity and keeps watching the time. I hate to be a clock watcher, but I can't wait to get out of here. So this person must be in a very boring situation that he wanted to get out very, very quickly from there. Okay, that's a clock watcher. Can you see that? Well, that's very dark. Of course, you cannot see, not very clearly. And that's a dark horse. Someone who has greater abilities than he shows or than other people are aware of. Okay, I didn't know Amin could play the guitar so well. He is a real dark horse. Okay. What is this? This is a lone wolf. Someone who prefers his own company and does not like socializing. We can also say a lone bird. Jack became a real lone wolf since his wife passed away last year. He never goes out. Okay, that's a lone wolf. Okay. Now, what do you think is this ape doing? That's a busybody. I think you know this very, very well. Okay, this is a person who expresses great interest in other people's private lives. My next door neighbor is a real busybody. Okay, don't be a busybody, and beware of a busybody. Can you see that? Okay, that is a wet blanket. A person who ruins other people's fun by staying pessimistic and complaining all the time. Susie is so negative about everything. She is such a wet blanket. Do you know what is that? Yes, that is a rough diamond. Someone who seems impolite or is not well educated, but who has a kind heart and good character. Mike may be a rough diamond, but he is kind and always willing to help. That's a rough diamond. That's a slave driver. Someone who makes other people to work really hard. For example, my boss is such a slave driver. I had to work 2 weekends in a row. Okay, that's a slave driver. What do you think is the girl doing there? Okay, enjoying the day, I presume. Okay, she's a daydreamer. Someone who is having dreamlike thoughts when they should be focusing on the present. I've always been a bit of a daydreamer in school, but please do not daydream in class. Quotation composition. All right. In my second lesson the other day, I introduced the quotation composition where the titles are being given in the form of proverbs, wise sayings or idioms. Okay, so how do you answer this question? The most important rule is you must know the meaning. No guessing, no wishful thinking. If you do not know the meaning of the proverbs, of the idioms, of the wise saying, please do not attempt the question in your section B, paper 1. Okay? The composition with proverbs, wise sayings or idioms, the most important rule is that you must know the meaning. You should not guess and that you should not have wishful thinking. Don't judge a book by its cover. Describe how you have learned a valuable lesson based on this proverb. So this composition is going to be a descriptive composition where you describe. And when you describe, the reader must be able to see, hear, touch, smell, taste and feel. So here are 2 examples of how you can do. Describe how you wrongly judged someone who looked nice but was wicked. He was a pimp. What's the conclusion of your story? Okay, you are going to describe this person based on the proverbs. Don't judge a book by its cover, meaning that you have wrongly judged this person. He looked nice, he looked good, but in fact he was not. So at the end, maybe the police saved you, okay? And you would be very, very thankful, and surely you are going to regret it. And the second one is that describe how you thought someone was very harsh towards you, but her or his real intention was to polish your talent. And what's the conclusion? I mean, what's the ending of your composition? So you are going to describe about your experience with this person. Maybe he's your coach. Maybe she was your trainer for some event. You felt that he or she was very harsh towards you. No compromise. Okay, but then when you went for the competition and you won, and only then you realized that those harsh moments that you had with this person, the real intention was just to polish your talent, to bring out the best in you, to make you a better person. and finally you become a winner. That would be a very wonderful ending for your composition. Okay, let's go to the second one. Crime does not pay. Write a story about a person who finally realized this is always true. This is going to be a narrative where you must have the plot, you must have the characters, you must have the setting, that is time and place, and the beginning and ending must correspond. Okay, sometimes you are given the ending, sometimes you are given the beginning, sometimes you are not given, you have to write the beginning and the ending by yourself, and in this case, you have to write the beginning and the ending by yourself. Okay, for example, you're going to write about a drug cartel boss who was finally arrested by the police and was sentenced to the gallows. Okay, to realize that crime does not pay. Crime does not pay when you're about to be, you're already at the gallows is no point. Okay, or you can write about a person who committed criminal breach of trust for many years, live a luxurious life, but finally ended up in prison. So crime does not pay. Okay, and this person realized this is always true because you may be spending all the time, all the good times with a lot of money, but then it won't last. Practice makes perfect. The question says explain. So this is going to be a reflective composition where you express your thoughts, opinions and feelings. So one, you can explain how people who keep on practicing finally become experts in their respective fields. Athletes, orators, cooks, bakers, performers, designers, sculptors, etc. Okay, maybe you can one paragraph for one person. Okay, so you see how they practice and finally they become good at what they are doing. Okay, explain how a student who is weak in a certain subject but never gives up, keeps on practicing for many months and achieves success in the exam. Okay, so this is something that you should be doing. If you're not good in certain subject, whatever it is, so you must keep on practicing, you must never give up. Go on doing all the exercises, do more revisions, and most probably, inshallah, one day you'll become good at it. Okay, so that's practice makes perfect. Okay, never translate the peribahasa and simpulan bahasa in bahasa Melayu to English. Okay, never say with my soul and basket. Okay, when you should be saying with my heart and soul. Okay, and there are some identical peribahasa, simpulan bahasa to the proverbs in English which I would like to share with you, but never say with my soul and basket. Okay, alright, now let's see. What do you think they are doing? Okay, right. This is in bahasa Melayu, the peribahasa said tidak tahu menari dikata lantai jongkang-jongkit. Alright, in English, this is a bad workman blames his tool. So you want to talk about somebody who blames other people, who blames the situation about what he is not good at. So you say a bad workman blames his tools. Okay, alright. Alright. Bapa borek anak rintik. You know this one very well. That is like father, like son, and another one is a chip of the old block. Alright, okay, that's the same one, almost the same meaning. Okay? Can you guess that is what? That is what is this picture telling you about? Okay, this is the bahasa Melayu said menikam dari belakang, and in English you have almost identical, that is stab in the back. Right? People who stab you in the back are people you know usually. Okay, let's see the next one. What is that? There's a quote, right? So this is where the peribahasa Melayu ukur baju di badan sendiri, and the English says cut the coat according to your cloth. Okay. What's that? Okay. In bahasa Melayu, there is a peribahasa that says menjerat balam dengan balam. The English proverb says it takes a thief to catch a thief. Okay. Can you see something in this picture? Okay, this is in Semadong, Perlis, 6 kilometers from my home. I took this picture in December last year. It's a very beautiful view. Can you see something on the right hand corner at the bottom there? Okay, this is where the peribahasa Melayu said menjemur sementara hari panas, and in English you have make hay while the sun shines. Yes, that's bales of hay there. Okay, and also there's another one which means almost the same, that is strike while the iron is hot. Okay, so after MCO is over, come to Perlis in December and you will be able to take pictures in beautiful places like this one is in Semadong, Perlis. Okay, alright. Alright. Of course, this is not a real picture, but I think you can quickly guess. In Bahasa Melayu, it is musang berbulu ayam, and in English, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Means the same, although the Bahasa Melayu refers to musang, and in English, it is about a wolf. Okay. What is this? Yes, this is in Bahasa Melayu, say cinta pandang pertama. In English, we say love at first sight. It means the same. Love at first sight, but then love is also sometimes blind. Cinta itu buta, love is blind. So, you see, the same. In peribahasa Melayu, someone very, very skinny, you say tinggal tulang dengan kulit. In English, we say a bag of bones. Okay? Means the same. So do not translate leaving only bones and skin, but you say a bag of bones. Someone very, very skinny. Okay. Alright. Here comes another set. Okay. Cinta monyet, that would be puppy love. Okay. Do not go and translate monkey love. Okay. It's puppy love. Okay. The next one is buah hati, blue-eyed boy. Okay. The next one is tutup mulut, bite your tongue. Okay. Keep a secret. Okay. Darah daging, in English is the other way around, flesh and blood. Okay. And sekelip mata, you always say this. Okay. In the blink of an eye. Okay. 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 Things we say today which we owe to Shakespeare. Right. Knock knock, who's there? In a pickle, set your teeth on edge, heart of gold, good riddance, faint-hearted, so, send him packing, lie low, fight fire with fire, bated breath, come what may, the game is up. Wear your heart on your sleeve, not slept one wink, full circle, out of the jaws of death, too much of a good thing. What's done is done, naked truth, break the ice, laughing stock, breath his last, wild goose chase, vanish into thin air, heart of hearts, seen better days, makes your hair stand on end, for goodness sake. Love is blind, dead as a doornail, green-eyed monster, the world is my oyster, fair play, foul play, off with his head, brave new world, be all and all, a sorry sight. So these are things that we say which we owe to Shakespeare. Okay? You notice that love is blind and green-eyed monster, which I mentioned earlier. Okay? Okay. I would like to share with you 4 pillars of learning. Now that you are learning at home, okay, you have to understand the 4 pillars of learning. The first one is learning to know. This is to acquire the instrument of understanding, concerned with more mastery of learning tools than with structured knowledge, using one's mind to produce ideas, decisions, memories, and etc. That's pillar number 1. Pillar number 2, learning to do. To act creatively in one's environment represents the skillful, creative, and discerning application of knowledge, enable people to deal with a variety of situations and to work in teams. Learning to live together, to participate in and cooperate with other people in all human activities, develop an understanding of others and their history, traditions, and spiritual values. Requires quality of relationships at all levels, development of inner peace in the minds and hearts. And the fourth one is learning to better one's personality and to act with ever greater autonomy, judgment, and personal responsibility. Development of all the dimensions of the complete person, believes in a holistic and integrated approach to educating the human person, contribute to the total development of the whole person. Alright, so why am I sharing this with you? Because although you are learning proverbs and idioms and figurative language, you have to understand there are 4 pillars of learning. Alright, okay. This is the third phase of MCO. I believe you miss your friends because absence makes the heart grows fonder. But please lend your ears, have a heart. Don't try to bend the rules because you might cry your eyes out one day. Okay, this is the view from my backyard. You notice that the cloud looks like a heart there. To all Muslims, I would like to say selamat datang Ramadan Al-Mubarak. Selamat menunaikan ibadah puasa. Kepada Allah doa dirafa. Semoga Malaysia dilindungi sentiasa. Please stay at home. Be safe. And MCO, kita jaga kita. Thank you, frontliners. Hats off to you. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
Daripada Anas bin Malik radhiyallahu anhu berkata, Nabi SAW pernah berdoa, Allahumma inni a'udzubika minal barasi wal jununi wal juzami wa min sayil asqam. Ya Allah, aku berlindung denganmu daripada penyakit sopak, penyakit gila, penyakit kusta dan penyakit-penyakit yang buruk. Hadis diriwayatkan oleh Al-Imam Abu Dawud dengan sanad yang sahih.